Damn it, hit the wrong button. I guess this video is going to be in 2 parts too then. So, God only knows why, but I must care on some level. I extended his life a while back, giving the neurologist permission to drill a hole in his head and get the blood clog out. Now I'm going to have to go hold his hand and go to the dentist so they can take care of this tooth infection so it doesn't go up into his brain. Look on the bright side, as long as he's alive, I can make fun of him. God knows he gives me plenty of material. A coworker recently asked me if when I said that, if I mind other people making fun of him. It is what it is, I'm not offended by people talking smack about him. I don't necessarily like it, but I'm not offended by it either. Neither one of my parents were born with very good parental instincts, but I was, so that's another reason why I will never find happiness with an aging female feminist. So anyways, the phone call yesterday. Yeah, he called me up on the phone yesterday, roared about family first. Don't they know this is my life? Trying to get, to get my. He wanted me to get my brother-in-law to tell my sister to have her be the one to go with him. But I have to have after he was yelling at me on the phone about that, I just hung up on him and ignored his phone calls the rest of the night. So when I do finally talk to him again. Then I can tell him, if you weren't so rah, rah, rah on the phone the other day, you might have known I could have gave you the good news. I've decided once again I'm going to step up and assume responsibility for something. Well, not really. No. Just he's got to have a family member present to do this tooth thing. I don't know. But anyways, but I have to explain it to him in a way the boy will understand. See. My brother-in-law and my sister, and myself too, are embarrassed by him in public because he talks derogatorily about Jewish and black people. So I thought of a way to explain this in a way the boy would understand. So I goes, how when we were kids, and you would be all embarrassed when we called you dad in public, especially when you were trying to get with some girl? You said that embarrassment you felt. That's how we feel when we're in public with you and you start talking about Jewish people and black people derogatorily. All right, well, so that's what's going on with my involvement with my male feminist father. Now, what's going on in the normal world? Well, the Democratic Party and political elites are telling us to just buy an electric car. To which millionaires are saying, okay. Us regular people are going, what? But you know what it is. They want us all dependent on Big Daddy government. Well, I know firsthand what that's like. I have 2 sisters who are wards of the state. After a life of crime, my father is a ward of the state. I've talked about this on my channel before. And now that her health is failing her, although she worked all her life, now that her health is failing her, my mother is a ward of the state. I want more out of life. I'm not content with what the government will allow me. I support a merit-based system, like capitalism. Last but not least, what I learned in this Volume 7 of the American Heritage New Illustration History of the United States of America. I talked about Volume 5, Eli Whitney, the inventor of the cotton gin, and how the original viewpoint of the Founding Fathers about the road to the eventual abolishment of slavery was seen at the time as an old-fashioned way of thinking. Well, now comes the North and South Compromise of 1850. Nothing like the Great Compromise, which was originally intended by the Founding Fathers to put us on a road to the eventual abolishment. But in 1850, the 1850 Compromise most were people were okay with at the time because the gold rush, economic fruit for business and farming. Other issues of the day, the Continental Railroad, east to west. The leaders had to worry about all this stuff amongst this slavery, slave state, no slave state BS. So there was still bickering about whether a up and coming or a state becoming into being, whether or not being a slave state or a non-slave state. So that bickering was still going on. But if I had a time machine, I'd go back and say, "Hey, moron! It's going to be hard to have a flourishing plantation, cotton plantation, in a damn desert." But they didn't notice. But is that an excuse? There was even an extremist of the day named John Brown who murdered some pro-slave settlers. Anyways, yeah, I found volumes 1 through 14 at the Goodwill, and then I ended up buying the last 2 issues, 15 and 16, from a place called Thrift Books. Pretty good, pretty quick service, quick delivery and all that. Well, I think that's all I got. This week I started jogging again. I found the perfect route. Now that I'm moved out, more or less moved out of the old place, I don't have to dedicate any more time. So I picked a beautiful jogging route that involves a lot of hills, so that's good. And at some point, I'll probably do a video while I'm out there jogging. Alright, Mike Perlak, thank you for your time.